name is Rhonda Barnett. Today is June 27th, 2021. I am currently enrolled at Chattahoochee Technical College studying early childhood education. And this video is brought to you by Class 1105, which covers the health and safety in a child care environment. So today we're going to talk about crib safety. We're going to discuss what you should look for when you're purchasing a crib. We're going to talk about what goes in and what does not go inside the crib. And then lastly, we're going to discuss the proper way to lay the infant down for rest. So to begin with, when you're shopping for a crib, you want to make sure that you have cribs that have static sides. You don't want cribs that the side moves up and down, and you also don't want any stackable cribs. Next, you want to pay attention to the size in between the slats. You want to make sure that this area is not more than 3 inches because it poses a risk for a child to get their head stuck in there. Additionally, you want to make sure that your product is approved by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. You will know because they will have information listed in the crib which will sit up under the mattress. Do not remove those. They must be there. If right from the start comes and they do not see your crib is marked as being approved by the Consumer Product Safety Commission, they will ask you to remove it from your infant room. Next, we want to move on to what goes inside the crib. Right from the start, also request that you have at least a 2-inch mattress. We have a 3-inch mattress. It also should be non-porous and easy to wipe and sanitize in between changing the sheets. The sheets also should be changed every single day, more often if one is soiled by a child. You want to make sure that the sheet is fitting tight and snug. We have what's called a compact crib, which takes a compact mattress. So we can't shop for a typical crib sheet because they're too baggy. It's imperative that we don't use those sheets because if the material gathers and let's say a child is able to roll over into some gathered material and suffocate themselves. So we actually use play yard sheets and they fit perfectly tight and snug, but we add additional security with these straps that you can get from Amazon or Walmart to ensure that the sheet stays in place. When placing your mattress inside of your crib, you want to make sure it fits snug all the way around. You do not want to present an opportunity where a child is able to get a limb stuck here on the side in between the slats. Dressing the crib. There are plenty of cute things that can go inside the crib, but in actuality, nothing should be in the crib besides the infant themselves. Bumpers, toys, stuffed animals, blankets, comforters, cups, bottles, all of those things pose hazards for the child. The child can easily suffocate by rolling over or getting stuck on the side of the crib and their face is in a bumper. So the only thing that should be in the crib is the child themselves. When you are laying the child down for rest, if you feel as if it's a little chilly, let's start first with adjusting the temperature in the room. Or perhaps you can find something in their bag, a one-piece onesie sleeper set to knock the chill off of them, and of course some socks. Additionally, around the crib, you need to be mindful as well. As they get older and they stick little hands through the walls, you want to make sure that if there happens to be an electrical socket back there, that it is covered. You want to also make sure that if you have shelves with any type of radio cords or phone cords hanging down, that they are secured so as the infant is able to pull themselves up and stand, they won't be able to pull those things down on their heads. So lastly, we're going to talk about how to properly lay an infant down. So we have infant Erica here, and we're just going to lay her down on her back in the middle of the crib. If Erica gets to the point to where she can roll over herself, which typically happens around 4 months, sometime a little later, then we want to label her crib and says, I can roll over. That way, any other teacher in the room, if right from the start come in, your director, your owner, they know that you properly laid Erica down and Erica rolled over on her own. So that wraps up the most important things about crib safety. We talked about what to look for when you're purchasing your new crib. We talked about what you should put in and what should not go inside the crib. Then we also talked about how to properly lay Erica down to avoid sudden infant death syndrome. So if you're looking to open up your child care or expand and now start caring for infants, I recommend that you follow the steps in this video, as well as going to decal.georgia.gov in order to get further information.